Hiya, good morning. This is me, Commander Shepard, going about over the Destiny 2 development update to 11th of the 1st, 18 by Christopher Barrett, who come up with this. The game director Christopher Barrett. Hi everyone. At the end of last year, I made the promise that I would update you on our plans for Destiny 2. The team have been hard at work and we're ready to share where we are heading. We used to wait to talk about game updates until we were certain we could meet our deadlines to avoid letting the players down. If we change our plans, no longer we're just listening, we're doing. Please keep in mind that the further out we make promises, the more they are subject to change, with the caveats here are our plans. Destiny content categories. One thing we want is to set clearer expectations for is which categories of content are available to everyone each season and which are exclusively to the Destiny 2 expansions. Expansions are purchasable updates that typically add the new story destinations gear, as well as new Crucible, Strike and Raid layer content. Seasons introduce content that is made available to all players of Destiny 2 at no additional cost. Post-launch content expansions content is purchasable. New campaign strikes, new destination rewards, new raid layer, new Crucible maps, new legendary and exotic gear. Seasons content that is available to all D2 players. They are Iron Banner, Faction Rallies, Season Reputation Rewards, Endgame Playlists, Seasonal Events, New Features and Updates. Eververse. Electively purchased or earned. Customized items, booms and emotes. Then comes on about the Iron Banner Faction Rallies and their rewards will be available to everyone as part of Season 2. Additionally, going forward, we are making a change that new seasonal rewards from Crucible, Strikes and Trials of the 9 will be available to all players. Faction Rallies returns on January 16th, which is next week's reset, and Iron Banner will be back in the rotation on January 30th. Eververse, which was a hot topic during through the Christmas season, which certain members of the community was hashtagging remove Eververse on budget forums. It got such bashing, and this is what they said in the response about the Eververse issue. We recognise that the scales are tipped too far towards Tess at the moment, and Eververse was never intended to be a substitute for in-game content and rewards, so we'll be making 3 changes from upcoming seasons. We're shifting the balance of new content in favour of activity rewards over bright engrams. This includes adding ghosts, sparrows and ships. To date, found only bright engrams to achievement reward pools. We'll provide a gameplay path to earn bright engrams and all contain rewards, including event engrams. We give players more direct purchase options and make adjustments to bright engrams to allow players to get their items they want more often. We have begun implementing these changes for the Crimson Days event beginning on February the 13th, with even more changes on the way in Season 3. Competing Nightfall Raid and Crimson Days as milestones during the Crimson Days will reward you an exclusive legendary emote, weapon skin and exotic spiral respectively. Players will earn double engrams at level up, with 1 crimson engram and 1 illuminated engram for the duration of the event. Crimson engrams can also drop from completing the Crimson Days match and from completing the Crimson Days milestone on each character. Each Crimson engram is very strongly weighted to new rewards when decrypted until all new event items have been obtained. XP rates, another controversial topic that was marred with such criticism over the XP throttling, and this is what he had to say. We are still investigating changes to XP earn rates. Our goal with any updates to XP are transparency and consistent XP gain, regardless of your preferred activity. Right now is too slow in general and lopsided towards the grinding specific activities, which is not a film grind. And we want to fix that without making those activities low value to players who aren't grinding them. Fairness is cool. Our first attempt turned out to be unworkably buggy, so we're having to investigate other angles. We will continue to update you as we move forward. XP is experience points. You get them by doing certain activities that helps you to level up to get a luminous engram, in short, which is a bright engram, which you go to the Eververse kiosk to trade in for various types of rewards. The featured roadmap. There are 3 releases that we want to put on your radar right now. Later releases will get more specific dates as they get closer. The following content and features will be available to all D2 players regardless of expansion ownership, no matter if you own the season pass or not. These changes for January 30th update the Masterwork Armor. We are expanding the Masterwork system to include armor. Masterwork armor provides the increased damage reduction while using your super. You can reroll the armor stat type on Masterwork armor, and similar to Masterwork weapons, you can upgrade a piece of armor to Masterwork by spending your Masterwork cores and legendary shards. My god, that is a great addition. Then it goes on to about how the rewards operate in the raid. Raid rewards rework. We are updating the raid rewards to make them more unique and interesting. They will now feature mods with raid specific perks, and we are adjusting the rewards to ensure that a raid item drops from each major encounter. The raid vendor will also directly sell Leviathan and Eater of the Worlds, armor and weapon for purchase with raid tokens and legendary shards. We are also adding a new ghost with raid specific perks that has a chance to drop from the Leviathan and each of the world's final encounters. We intend to return to creating more raid and other activity unique rewards in the future. To many people that did the Eat of the World raid layer and the Leviathan raid, at the moment the rewards they got was blandly and not inspiring. So that would be a breath of fresh air to those hardcore raiders. Then moving on to February update, strike scoring, high scoring score tracking. Strike scoring is coming to Nightfall and replacing the current time limit mechanic. The scoring is similar to the D1 system, but with adjustments to emphasize competitive execution of strike objects and support for player selectable score. Modifiers in February Nightfall high scores will be exposed in game via new emblems that will unlock rewards. We also have plans for clan and community high score in the works. How the strike scoring works in D1 is you do a heroic strike, and each enemy counter you take on accumulates into a score and etc. Which the at the end of the heroic and normal strikes you get a chest which you have to get a skeleton key to open up to get the strike's specific gear. And due to the being favourable in Destiny 1, so they brought back this strike scoring in place of the timer, because the whole issue of the timer mechanic in Nightfalls is having a big issue around the Exodus crash, which is the big Vandal encounter at the end, which was slowing the progress and the achievements for doing that. Mods 2.0. The work is underway on a full rework of armor and weapon mods. This will focus on reducing redundant mods, more unique theming, and greatly increasing their impact on your power. We are aiming for a February release, but the scope of the rework could push parts or all of it out to early spring. We will be evaluating how mods play in the bright in-ground economy as the result. Because we're sensitive to pay-to-win outcomes. Quick play improvements. We are adjusting the game mode rules to increase the pace of gameplay and power armor acquisition in quick play. PC tower chat in most MMO, they have things like game interactive chat feature. You can interact with other players in the playing world and that, which is going to be a great addition, but I'm not sure whether they're going to have this similar system in the console version. That will come into consideration at some point. We are adding the text chat to the tower for the PC version of the game. Exotic repetition reduction. The whole issue about exotics at the moment, people is more getting the same repeated exotics over and over. so they're going to reduce the risk of getting repeats. You will finally be able to see the other members of your fire team on the destination map, no more having to ask your fire team where they are, where they went when they fast travel to another landing zone. So that's another intriguing aspect. Roll on to spring. We're taking the time we need to the development of the expansion 2 that will allow us to reach to player feedback from the Curse of the Cyrus, which was slightly underwhelming, if that. In the coming months, we'll talk to you more about what you can expect to find in Destiny 2's next story. The team is eager to show you what they've been working on. Independent expansion 2. The team will deliver a number of new features that will be released during Season 3. Every player of Destiny 2 will receive new content in the following categories. Crucible. We want to give players new reasons to play. More variety and balance improvements in spring will bring a number of exciting and long-awaited features to the Crucible. Crucible rank. Beginning with Season 3, we will introduce the Crucible ranks. That there will be 2 different ranks for players to pursue. Valor, a progression rank that goes up as you complete matches. Winning helps you move faster, but there are no loss penalties. Glory, a progression rank that goes up when you win and down when you lose. Performance is how you move up here. They had a similar system in level 42 Prison of Elders when the rise of Iron came around. I should say roundabout between the April update and the rise of Iron. Then it goes on to private matches, which was a must-have feature for the hardcore players in Destiny 1 to arrange private matches so they can go and have a private match without having to resort to matchmaking to get paid up without randoms. In addition to the Crucible private match system, they also implemented the Sparrow Racing, which you can then again arrange races with your mates instead of then again resort to matchmaking and that. Which is going to be a fantastic addition to Destiny 2. Private matches are coming to all players of Destiny 2. Players will be able to invite their friends to play on the map and mode of their choosing. And here comes the big icing on the cake. 6v6 playlist. We're bringing 6v6 PvP to Destiny 2 in addition to the current 4v4 modes, which is at the moment they reduced it from 6v6 to 4v4, which people wasn't a fan of that system, and due to the mayhem it was is real well received amongst the hardcore players during through the dawning, will be relieved about the Mayhem event. Mayhem will return as a limited time event during Season 3 and going forward. Additional fixes. We are making some changes to make quitting less common and behind the scenes security improvements to help improve the overall Crucible experience. Additional highlights. Weapon and ability balance pass. Sandbox adjustments based on player feedback and data from the live game. The Sandbox team will share specific changes as we lead up to Season 3. Exotic weapon and armor balance pass. Exotic weapons and armor are receiving a comprehensive design pass to ensure they stand out from the rest of the gear and offer new, exciting, powerful ways to play. Seasonal repetition. Specific vendors will now display a season ranking in repetition to unlock unique seasonal rewards and will reset each season. Yeah, it's sort of kind of like system with D1. Every time you rank up, the points go towards repetition, and repetition goes towards rewards. So they're bringing the similar system in D2. Then they go on about the improved from the Iron Banner and Faction Rallies, in addition to the changes that you will see when Iron Banner and Faction Rallies return this month. We will continue iterating on these to make them unique, exciting experiences that you all look forward to. Playlist repetition reduction. This feature solves the problem of experiencing the same playlist entering multiple times in consecutive or frequent succession for both Crucible and Strikes. In-game player pursuits. We agree with your feedback on the balance between the achievement on Bright Ingram rewards, and we will be making adjustments to shift more rewards into the specific in-game pursuits instead of generic and speed grinding for Bright Ingrams. We are excited to share the details as soon as we have them worked out. Multi-emotes. When the multi-emote launches, you will be able to choose which emote you have equipped to each of your favorite emote slots, like 6-shooter, flip out, and spice remain, and such. Here's a hot topic of the Destiny community since the Destiny 1, which lead towards the rise of Iron, which people wanted more vault space, but didn't offer incentives to expand upon the vault space. And they're going about this. We are targeting an additional 50 slots to play vaults. We don't believe just adding more space is a complete solution, and we are actively working on other changes to reduce the load on your vault space. We are adding an exotic accessory tab to vault collection, so you will no longer need to spend the vault space on exotic ships, sparrows, and ghosts. PC clan chat. In addition to the tower chat that is targeted for February, we are adding clan chat to the PC version of the game, which you can get in contact with your clanmates which clan you're in. Heroic strikes changes. We'll be introducing modifiers to add more gameplay variety to the experience, which is very similar to heroic strikes in D1. Then to roll onto fall 2018 or sooner, we are working on a lot more that we're not quite ready to discuss. It's spent more on this small sample of items in the future, such as item collections and rewards, weapon slots and archetype improvements, additional Crucible playlists, example Rumble, better clan rewards, masterworks, exotics that most people was clamoring for, pinnacle weapon and gear improvements, Trials of the Nine improvements, shaders and dismantling, the future of guided games and address solo versus fire team matchmaking. And then Christopher Barrett finish off with this one final note. Expect to hear more from us via Bungie.net, Twitch and social media. We'll be talking to you more directly and more often. As we promise, we want to thank our community for all the passionate and detailed feedback you provide. It is crucial to our ability to continually improve Destiny, so thank you. I'll talk to you soon. By Christopher Barrett. So some slight welcoming changes there for many hardcore players, including improvements to the raid reward system, private matches and 6v6. Which is very interesting. What he's saying is we're no longer pussyfooting to sort out the whole concerns about the games. But this time around we are going to take immediate action to make sure that we get these changes implemented. Not like in D1, which have to wait for quite a lot of time. Took them to 3.5 years to get every change implemented in D1. But this time around they want to do it snappy and quickly out the way. That is astonishing. But the drawback about was the whole Eververse issue, which people was going about hashtag remove Eververse, which is they're not going to, but reducing the stuff you can get from the Eververse kiosk by adding things like ships, ghosts and sparrows and such into generalized loophole, which is fantastic, in which the head of the faction rally will add things like ships, ghosts and sparrows that's obtainable and earnable no matter which faction you pledge allegiance to. Likewise with the Iron Banner and so many other prominent activities. That is great for Christopher Barrett. But it's going to take quite a long time to repair the reputation to the game and to get back into the graces of the community, which was so heavily in an uproar. And that the whole issue about Destiny 2 is how they conceived it. There was leaning towards the friendly and casual experience, but by alienating the hardcore playing element, which was stressfully concerned. So they're working towards fixing those issues and concerns. That's only outlined detailing about what they're going to do, but only time will tell until you see the improvements in action. So I would go into this with the lowest of expectations and don't get your hopes up, because he did say that they are subject to change, which they could change at any moment. So nothing isn't really 100% official and set in stone. So those who are outlining what they're going to bring to the game. And this is my Destiny 2 development update, 11th of the 1st, 18 reaction. This is me, Commander Shepard. Have a great day wherever in the world. I'll be back at 5 p.m. GMT for today's video, and until then, I see you then, and fairly well.